Hello guys, it is Alexander, your former president and creator of Mall Roding Club. Now this year I will not be able to be at Mall Roding Club, which does stink, but me, Mason, and Fido, aka Liam, have put together these. These are sort of little boxes which will allow you to build a small HO scale diorama about the size of this piece of cardboard. Like, there. So it's not super big, but it's decent size. Alright, so what this includes is, of course, you have the baseboard, and I will be doing a YouTube series on how you build this, but it will be directed towards both y'all and my viewers on YouTube, so I will be using words like baseboard, so forth and so on. I won't be using, and you can use this piece of cardboard that came with the stuff, just for ease for me. I'll have the baseboard, and you'll have this half of a cereal box. This will be actually, this will go with the buildings. I'll explain that in a bit. Cereal box. And I heavily recommend not throwing away anything that comes in this once you are done with it, and keeping what you like. Like, I understand if it's literally just a small, very small piece of cereal box, but if you have a good half a cereal box left, I wouldn't throw that away. I use those all the time for boxes, for trains, and so forth and so on. So it can be a valuable thing, and can be very useful, actually. So hopefully y'all heed my advice. Not no problem if you don't. You also have this lid. This lid can actually be used for quite a few things. One, it does have this, so you could indent it and create a tin roof or something. Two, you can put paint and use it as a paint holder, or a glue holder or something, or to put something that's drying on. It's y'all's choice. We also have two of these. These make a little shed, which, for example, that's what it looks like when it is assembled. Mine is designed to collapse because this goes on my briefcase train layout, which y'all will see me reference to a lot in the series of building this. So, put that back there. Very simple, just making a box. Nothing new with this. Y'all will, though, get a bigger building that either this will have, you will print out at the school in color, or I will print out at my house in color and then give to Mason or Liam to bring to you. So, two of these small sheds. I really just picked random colors, didn't bother too much. You have this and this. These are probably two of your most important tools. Paint stick, stir stick, spread stick. It's just sort of a tool, and this is so you can mix stuff in, so very useful. You also will have a... Okay, sorry, after a slight interruption about banana bread muffins, we are back. So next thing you'll have is this little container of sand. This can be used as detail for around a beach or a body of water, or it can be used mixed with the next thing I'm going to show you to create a coarser mixture. And if you then use it as paste in a later video, it can actually create some pretty cool effects. This is what I call Mississippi Magic Dirt Dust. This is literally dirt that I have finally sifted from the driveway around my house, and it can be used for a lot of things. I have it used for ballast, actually, right here. I've also used it for, I've mixed it with some gray paint and made tarmac or pavement. So it can be used for a lot of things. It's really actually pretty cool stuff, and you get a pretty good bag of it, so you should have enough for in the future if you need. You also have this small container of rocks. These are aquarium rocks. Very useful. You can use for a lot of things. Small piece of stick. This just a little random thing extra that you can use. 2 toothpicks, which can be used for supports for buildings, telephone poles, railings, you name it. Like I said, this is going to be mainly you taking your own impression on this, so this can be used for a lot of things. This can also be used for supports as building. This is a very small straw. Can also be used as a pipe for a sewer drain, railing, a lot of things too. I can't think of much more than that. You also have a piece of track. This is a very small piece of track. This is HO. Does line up with the track on my board, and I'm sure if you put connectors, you could drive a train over it and it'd be fine, but this does not have, this is a really small piece of track, and this is really just for, like, you could put this down as a bit of, say, decoration, like you have a historical center for trains in your small setup, and that's what's displaying, and out front you have this, and maybe make a small hand cart to put on the top. Something like that. I would recommend, though, putting ballast underneath this, or if it's just a scrapped piece of track, you can put it to the side leaning against a building or something, your choice. Then we have this. This is a lifelike sign. This is a random one. This one is a lodging sign. You'll each get a random one. Y'all can trade amongst yourselves. Please do not fight about them. They're really nothing special. 2 more sticks. These can be used for just a random piece of, like, plywood or support on a building, or you can cut them up really fine and make a small pile of wood. So, finally, one of the coolest things that I'll probably find in this is this. This is actually a scrub, I think it's called. I don't know. Either way, this is what you would use to scrub dishes. It usually comes in a big pad, and you scrub it, but it's very coarsey and spongy, and it sort of consists of a ton of different fibers, and it's green. So it looks very much so like top of this when spread out, and here's a piece actually spread out, not a bunch. But what you can do is actually take it and rip it up and make a small bush or a small piece of moss if it is put on the ground, and can also, if you rip it up enough, can be used for grass, but you would have to rip this up very, very fine for it to be used for grass. Like I said, you can also stretch it out. You don't want to rip it, so I just recommend really just making sure it's stretched out, not putting too much pressure, but enough pressure that it stretches out, so you get a very thin layer, and then, of course, drape it over a stick like this, and clip a bit, cut a bit, make so it fits and looks like a tree, and you can end up with a pretty cool tree like this one, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, that is all that you will be getting from this. Mason will be supplying the primary colors in glue, in paint, and one of them will have glue. I will reference to this glue. It can be this glue, which is tacky glue. I use this a lot for my mall stuff. Turbo tacky glue. Really big container, really good stuff, dries clear. Very easy to use. But you can also use super glue. If you are using super glue, very much so a smaller portion than what I will use, because super glue, typically when it dries, leaves white residue around the spot it was put on, and you don't want that on your layout. I'm sure Miles knows from Sam's trains, one of the common complaints with trains is that there's that white residue around a detail that has been glued on. So make sure you're aware with that. You can also use Elmer's glue in place of this, but I use tacky glue just because it dries a bit faster and it's a bit stronger. So yeah, Hope y'all are really excited for this project. Hope y'all have fun. And I will see y'all in the next video about this project, which I will be emailing to Mr. Roberts. So, have fun and stay safe.